Good afternoon, buenos dias, and welcome to Barcelona, where we are heading to the 11th, no, 10th race of the season.
That's ninth.
It's the 9th. Okay, I just can't count anymore. Excuse
Yep.
me. 9th race of the season. I'm accompanied by Kevin Korstein as usual. Good afternoon. And we have our
Hello.
consultants. Robin Kiner and Preston Sadler with us.
Buenos dias.
Hello indeed, and welcome to Spain.
And Preston is in the paddock at the moment. He may join us later. So let's quickly introduce the classic track of Barcelona. The layout hasn't changed in recent times. Neither the DRS zones have. Two DRS detections and separate zones between turns 9 and 10 and on the start-finish line. Good to know that this is one of the most demanding tracks for tire wear. Sometimes we can see 3-stop strategies being the most optimized. So as we can see with the speed, let's say speed rating of all the sections, a lot of the track is, if not flat out, on quite a high speed. We are going to have extreme tire temperatures in those fast corners, especially turns 3 and 4, and also turn 9. So a lot of the turns actually where the left-hand side the most, the front left is going to die quite fast. As far as tire performance, we're expecting about an 0.8 of a second split between soft and hard, so not that much. Durability should not exceed 30 laps for the hards and 15 to 20 for the softs. So the expected strategies by Pirelli are, well, all flavors of two-stop strategies that we could imagine. It is going to be one of the most interesting races of the season, strategy-wise. We are expecting most cars to start with on softs or mediums, but who knows? We might actually see different stuff. Weather is going to be beautiful, 24 degrees, and a little bit of wind. So now to the grid. Starting from the pit lane, Liam Donnacruz for his return with Haas will have to start from the pit lane for a breach of the Parc Fermé rule. Last on the grid, George Constantaras. Haas is struggling quite a lot and has been since the beginning of the weekend. And it's going to be a tough race for them. Verhagen with a surprising 18th position. We were expecting more from him. Up to P17 with Sarah Springfield. And a struggling Aston Martin at the moment. What is most surprising is that right in front of her, Robin Keisner with the Audi. Audi that has been one of the best teams so far this season. Maybe the fuel flow changes has affected them more than others. We will later know. Riley Swanson for Ferrari will start from P15. Lei Zhao from P14. For Lei Zhao, I believe it is the third consecutive time that he's missed Q3. Jordan Condra starting from P13, Sam Fact from P12. That will be a change after a last position on the grid in Monaco. Eetu Väisänen, a shocking result with a P11 in quali. He's been so comfortable these last few races. He's been in Q3 every single time except in Bahrain, so this is a shocker for sure. And championship leader will have right in front of him His current runner-up in the championship standings, Aaron Egan, will start P10. For him, it is one of the worst quali results of the season. He's already been 5 times in the top 8. With Lewandowski from P9 on the grid. Both Mercedes made it to Q3 this time, just like in Monaco. Lucas Wright, with a pretty strong-looking Racing Bulls, has done a good job of qualifying to P8. I had the opportunity to speak to him earlier today. He was expecting a little bit more. Josh Nathaniel, the very experienced driver of McLaren, qualified in P7. It's actually his 8th Q3 this season, only missed it in Canada. Maradona with yet another good qualifying performance for him. He's only missed Q3 twice this season with an Alpine, so he's really strong in quali this season, and he keeps showing it. Richard Hicks, well, not the same story as his teammate. A wonderful P5 for the rookie, and he keeps alive a 6 race streak of Q3s. So that's wonderful. Lucas Koopman with the Williams. They've been struggling a lot more this season compared to last year, for sure. And this is a wonderful performance for the team's morale. Now to the top 3. Next to him on the second row, Michael Zwart with a P3 ties his best qualifying of the season. He will be delighted with such a good starting position. And the first row, well, names we've seen all season long last year. Quadricevo in P2. It's been 3 races since he's last been in Q3. It's actually his 4th front row of the season. So it's all or nothing for him, it seems, this season in quali. And Jason Roy with a pole position, his 3rd of the season, and actually his 2nd in a row. He already started from the pole position in Monaco.
And one thing I might add, Liam Lacrosse will start on the grid, but he got a 5-place grid penalty because of Afonso's crash he had in Monaco.
So he won't start on the pit lane?
No, he's starting on the grid at the back. So, to the grids. Under the grid we go. Here we are. On the grids with everybody here. Wesley Van der Steen on the screens.
To put the spectator cars in pit lane.
Wesley Van der Steen in the scene right now. And it's 3 p.m. as we get ready for the 5 red lights here in Spain.
Oh wait, they're in the pit lane, never mind. Guess we're wrong.
And Jason Roy gets a good launch, but Quadricevo is already challenging, and Quadricevo will take the lead into turn 1. Who will take the lead into turn 1 as Kevo starts on the soft tires. Jason Roy will not challenge him.
Struggling with the hards indeed, and he's getting dived inside by Michael Swart, who takes P2. Hicks actually with a great start, I believe. Behind Maradona.
And Hicks is also challenging Jason Roy for the P3, and Jason Roy has lost everything. Jason Roy has lost out. Väisänen has lost out. Sam Fact is fighting Condra. So the only hard tire starter, Jason Roy, started first, is now fourth. That's not the day he will like, but Lucas have back making a move
And he
before.
will now be looking for an overcut over everyone. Let's see if this strategy will end up paying off.
And Lucas Wright trying the dive bomb on Nathaniel. Is it going to work out? As you see on the background, Egan is making moves up the grid to gets past, but Lucas Wright is not giving up. He has tried the inside, now to the outside, and he got the place. Lucas Wright up to 7th.
And the race is still young, but you already see people fighting for their positions.
And it's lap 2. Hicks. Lucas Koopman is trying to overtake Jason Roy. Is he going to dive bomb into the first turn? Yes, he sticked his nose in, but no, doesn't work out for Koopman.
Kevu, in the meantime, has already broken out to a over 3 second lead ahead of Zort.
The Estonian is pushing away, it seems. He needs to push away, he needs this result. Everybody needs the result, but Jason Roy is really struggling in the early stages. He has not the pace. 125 to 122 for the first lap. And let's see, as the DRS is now wide open. Jason Roy out of DRS, of course. Will Jason Roy defend his place into the main straight? Has his tires been heated up yet? As we go to another lap now, Lucas Koopman is trying to dive bomb on the inside of Jason Roy and gets the place. Same with
Important
Nathaniel.
overtake for him as Roy is on a complete separate strategy on hard tires.
As Nathaniel has re-passed Lucas Wright for the 7th position. As now Hicks is challenging Michael Swart for the top 2, but the top 3, the 2 drivers on the podium are trying to catch Carter Kevo now, as they are matching the pace.
Kevo already almost 2 seconds away from everyone.
But let's see, will Hicks make a move into turn 1? Is he close enough to make a move?
Perform on the straights after the engine debuff.
We'll see Carter Kevo with the fastest lap again. 118.1, that's quite a fast lap. And Hicks is not close enough, so Audi doesn't have the straight line speed they had, it seems. And the gaps are starting to open up. Let's see, as Condra is making a move on Sam Fact, but Sam Fact defends successfully into turn 1.
Wasn't Sam Fact making a move on Condra there?
No, Condra was making a move on Sam Fact. Sam Fact was trying to defend against, and now Riley Swanson is trying to look a move on Condra. There is Springfield also.
Field is really close together in the back.
But let's see how long will Michael Swart have to hold Hicks back, or when will Hicks make the move on Swart? So interesting strategy from the teams there. Lucas Koopman, Lucas Wright, Eren Eigen, Wesley Van der Steen, and Zhao Lei and Philip Verhaeren has started with the mediums. And Jason Roy is with hards. Everyone else is on softs, and as we see on the screen, Hicks is making a move on Michael Swart and can't do so. Mike Swart had a better exit out of the corner.
All the experience Swart has, he knows he can more or less comfortably defend on the outside as long as he doesn't break earlier than the other driver.
But how long will Michael Swart last here? How long will Michael Swart got to defend Hicks?
Tire management will be so important because if these drivers are going flat out the whole race, I am not expecting them to be able to even make it to the finish with a two-stop strategy.
And Riley Swanson was talking about mechanical issues with his Ferrari already.
Curse of the second Ferrari driver.
But let's see, Nathaniel is looking really strong. He made another move now. And as we see on the background, in the front of us, Maradoner and Lucas Koopman. Maradoner is making a move on Koopman.
Taking advantage
And there
of
was
his
a mistake, and that's the race leader.
And it's Gordon Campbell
Oh no!
who
what
made a
happened
huge
there?
mistake. And this is
Was
going to cost him so much as he will have to wait before returning on track.
I think he was just pushing too hard.
He was
And
pushing
from
too
all
hard
my
and he
goodness,
just
he
lost
just
the car.
said-
Oh.
Just a pure spin. A pure spin at the exit
Yeah,
of turn
he's
one.
fuming in the radio.
And now he has to wait until he gets back to the track, and he is down to 18th now after this spin.
And his tires are ruined. That he's gonna need a miracle to even get back in the points at this rate.
He might beat
We got
on
the
this lap.
radio call from Kevu.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
Yes, indeed, he was stupid.
Robin Geisler
That
is making a
was the
move.
one mistake not to make, and probably burned his tires on top of that. So
As we see his
That's gonna
teammate
be
Lucas
tough for
Wright
him.
now making a move on Jason Roy. But we see Maradona now under the threat of Lucas Koopman. Is Lucas Koopman close enough to make a move into turn one? He is closing, he is going for it. On the inside to the outside, and now Maradona has managed to save it. As we see Gondra and Sam Fact now making a move. As we see also Geisner is fighting with somebody, and Sam Fact is now fighting with Gondra again. Sam Fact getting past Gondra.
All are just in one single train.
Being led by, I think that's Maradona.
It is led by Maradona, 2.9 seconds. Michael Swart leads the race now. Richard Hicks is right behind.
and Jason Roy, who started on pole, is now P8, but time-wise is not that far back from the first, and obviously he's able to manage his tire temperature so much easier with the hard. So let's see how far he can actually reach with his hard tires.
Is Koopman close enough to make a move into turn one? He is going to dive bomb, and he has dive bombed. And is he
Wonderful
going to
overtake
place?
by Koopman.
But wait, Maradona is challenging back, but on the inside.
Has the inside of turn
And
in turn 3, so that's difficult. Oh, watch out, because Nathaniel is thinking of also taking advantage of the situation, but he backed off.
and we can
We're
see,
almost gonna be 3 side by
Egan.
side there.
yeah, even Egan is now trying to defend against Jason Roy, who is now coming alive again.
Just like that, there in Egan, he started P11 and he's making his way back up the standings.
Hicks is talking about mechanical faults, and that's not good for the leading Audi right now. Audi needs all the points they can
Definitely
get. And Jason Roy was again looking to try and get past Eren Egan.
We've spoken about Williams struggling more than they did last year, but what if the fuel flow changes could actually benefit to them? Because maybe they were one of the teams that benefited the least from the flaw.
And we will see lap 9 out of 66. Everything can happen still, as they all say. Michael Swart leads, Richard Hicks is second now, Lucas Kaufmann 4.1. Maradona is talking about mechanical faults. A lot of teams, the Ford engine is having mechanical faults, the Audi engine is having mechanical faults, and the Ferrari engine. 3 out of 4 manufacturers having issues on the grid.
Honda.
So let's see. As we go to another lap now, Hicks is still behind Michael Swart and is not close enough to make a move. Maybe he's using Swart to push him along with this issue he has. And we can see people are trying to go out from the line to get some clean air, but is Lucas Wright close enough to make a dive bomb into turn 1? Is he going to make a dive bomb? No, he isn't. And as we now see, Nathaniel is really close to Maradona. Is he going to make a move? As Eigen is making a move on Lucas Wright on the inside of turn 7. And no, he can't make that move stick, but we see on the background Van der Steen is looking to try and get past Väisänen. And we see a lot of moves happening. Nathaniel is trying to make a move on Maradona now. And Väisänen has made the move successful, and Roy has been out on the track, and Robin Kaiser has been held up by that a little bit. So Roy made a mistake.
No, there was no yellow, so I think it just got forced wide.
It might be, but we don't know, as the stewards haven't said anything yet. As we see Nathaniel now making a move. Is Lucas Wright going to make a move as well into turn 1? We go. No. Lucas Wright stays behind. Nathaniel gets through.
Struggling more and more.
As this Alpine is not made for tire wear. We know it already. We have seen it multiple races in a row. This Alpine is not good with the tire wear.
It's even visible that the rear left is so worn out right now.
And Eigen is again trying to make a move. Trying to be sneaky to make a move on Lucas Wright, but Lucas Wright is experienced as Eigen is.
And now the medium runners are faster than the others. And Jason Roy down to P11. That's
Jason
actually
Roy,
insane.
yeah, Roy made a
The
mistake.
hard tire is not working today.
Yeah, Roy made a mistake with Väisänen. I think Väisänen pushed him a little bit wide, so he lost out on the gravel. But we haven't seen the replay or anything, so we don't know what exactly happened. But yeah, Roy is 11th. Roy started first, he's 11th, and Kevu started second and is now 17th. And Maradona is pitting. As we see Eigen now making a move on Lucas Wright on the main straight and gets it done before turn 1. Or does he have to defend? No, he doesn't. As we see, Van der Steen is making a move on Väisänen now. The medium's going on for Maradona.
Something interesting right now. The only person not really complaining about their tires on the softs is Springfield.
And Lucas Wright now lost another position to Van der Steen, as Van der Steen made the move on turn 4. And is Van der Steen going to instantly challenge Eigen now? I think the soft runners are going to pit now. And you can already see Hicks has lost out on Mike Swart.
We're only lap 12 out of 66. And we've heard drivers complaining about tires. We've
And
seen
Hicks is pitting.
already Maradona pitting. And now we're seeing Hicks pitting.
Väisänen is
How many
pitting.
stops are we going to have today?
Audi is double stacking.
Probably 3 for most drivers.
Yeah.
Ferrari is
Yeah,
double
but-
stacking.
Let's hope this will get well.
Ferrari is double stacking. Kevu is pitting. Sam Fact is pitting. Let's see Audi's pit stop now.
Everyone in the pit
Everyone-
lane.
Yeah. Everyone pitting now, I'm 90% certain is committing to a 3 stop.
Yeah, it's there is no chance with so much tire wear we've seen on the first stint. There's no chance they're running 53 laps on.
And
Only
Maradona
two
comes
sets
clear of
Yeah, we all
All
know
drivers.
that one or two stop is almost impossible at Barcelona because it's tire killer track.
Especially not with this weather. That is not doable.
Yeah, it's too hot for the tires to last.
And let's see who did pit on what soft tires for Hicks, Väisänen, Riley Svensson, Kevu, Konstantaras and Delagras. Everyone else, Maradona, Robin Geisler and Sam Fact on new mediums. Interesting strategy by the teams.
Yeah, even if they would have switched to hards, they won't
It's too early.
be able to finish the race on it.
Yeah, it's too early for hards. I think we will see them on lap 30 or 35.
Yeah, either they go for a saved up set or a used set of mediums again, or another hard.
Nathaniel is pitting for McLaren. Good pit stop by the McLaren crew. Mediums going on. Springfield pitting. And Condra is pitting. Springfield's pit stop into another soft set for her. Condra into soft tire. And he comes out behind Springfield. Kevu goes through. Kevu wins 2 places now from the
Kevo
pit
is
lane.
on his redemption way, as I like to say.
Yeah, we will see. The race is long enough, so we know what Kevu is capable of doing. Is he going to show the same thing as with his 2 teammates? Egan has swapped places with Koopman, it seems. Because Koopman was ahead of Egan.
And just like that, we're provisionally having 2 Williams on the podium.
As we
Yeah,
see now is
both of them
Koopman.
need to stop.
But now is the question, are they going... They can't double stack because they're too close together. But what will they do?
I'd say who's in front will be preferred. But who'll stay in the front is the question. And will they fight over
It's
each
a
other, or will they be
Mercedes.
team-ordered?
It's a Mercedes manufacturer 1, 2, 3 right now. All podium places are going to Mercedes way. But of course they haven't pitted, so we can't say anything yet.
I think the Williams team principal basically, Jack Taff basically just said, boys have at it, whoever, and they're just gonna race each other, probably all race.
Yeah, but let's hope it not ends in a crash.
Let's see, is anyone going to bid? Is Michael Swart going to bid? He's the longest one with softs. Still out. And Hicks has made the first move on Philip Verhaeren. They are catching the back. And actually Philip Verhaeren is fighting back. He's trying to fight back at least. He is trying to fight back. He's still fighting back.
Oh, he's pushing Hicks there a little bit wide.
And I think Philip Verhaeren got the DRS. No, Hicks got the DRS, but Will Ferrari had so much overspeed, and we can see the Audi doesn't have the top speed to do anything. And Michael Schwartz still leading, and I think they fighted. I think the Williams fighted because they lost over 1 second on the last lap. But Hicks is being held up, and Maradona is catching Hicks now. Hicks needs the clean air to get past Michael Schwartz. Lucas Koopman is pitting. So Lucas Koopman and Van der Steen is pitting before Schwartz. So let's see. What is Lucas Koopman doing? Lucas Koopman into the pit lane and into the soft tire. Van der Steen is next to pit. Van der Steen pitting into soft tires. Philippe Verhaeren.
Price Sword is still out there.
The Swart is still out, which is interesting. They should have double
Swart
stacked.
is really risking a puncture there. If he's not going to pit soon.
But still, he has pace. 120.8 to 120.9. He still has pace.
He's just pushing the last. He squeezes the last performance bits out of his tires.
So risking a puncture, is it really worth it though?
No, it's not really worth it
Yeah.
because this track
He
can
should go.
do
he
everything.
should be pitting this or next lap, if I assume.
I guess he's trying to extend as much as possible, maybe hoping to get a two-stop working, but
Yeah, but the question
That's
is, will it
difficult.
figure out? Because
And they are
everybody's
pitting now.
hardly
So
gonna-
Michael Swart is pitting. Eren Eigen is pitting now. And Lucas Wright is
Now-
gonna continue on for another lap. And Lucas
Do you
Wright
think
is the new
Zwart's trying
leader.
Do you think Zwart's trying a two-stop?
He might be. I think
There's
it's a three.
chance
Yeah,
they
a
try.
mediums going on.
it depends on how far they
Ooh,
push
there
their
is a
off.
pit
Just
stop
having
mistake.
Spragan.
Oh no,
Oh,
that was a
Eigen
really,
having
really
trouble.
long stop.
The rear wheel didn't want to go to the car. That's not good. And we see Robin Geisner defending against Väisänen, but
That's what
Väisänen
we're calling
is
getting screwed, when the wheel doesn't get screwed.
But
Correctly.
Kaisner is trying to defend Väisänen as long as he can.
and he got the place. He's still defending. As Maradona is the current leader. The current leader is on the road, Lucas Wright, but after the pit stops are done for everyone, Maradona will take the lead. It was Zwart.
Maradona and Hicks do have car issues. They have said that earlier.
Yep, they
But
still have
despite
it.
that, they're doing pretty good as they're currently leading the race. Actually, just thinking back, Zwart actually did a great job holding these softs so far, because Lucas Wright is only pitting a lap later on mediums.
So now see the
we'll
Racing
see
Bulls
how-
pit,
How that will...
and Lucas Wright goes to softs. So mediums to soft tires. So that's a 3-stop maybe. It depends how
very
long
likely
they
a
get.
three-stop indeed.
Into turn 1 we go, and Hicks has type bombed Maradona into turn 1, and Hicks has taken the lead. Hicks is the new leader of the race here in Spain. So let's see how long can Hicks take hold the lead.
So we're having a grid with very, very spread out tire ages at the moment. Hicks and Maradona being one of the first, well, being among the first to pit for new tires, are leading the pack. But they're also going to be pitting first again in about 15 laps, maybe even 10 laps. And that's going to be tricky.
Oh, we got yellow.
Yellow flag's been waved.
Is it four? Is
Who
it Vandersteen?
It's Vandersteen. He spun. Oh no.
Mr. Vandersteen on turn 1, what happened there? Oh, he
same thing
spin
Kevu
just like
did.
Kevu did earlier. He's able to rejoin the track quite soon, fortunately for him, but
Yeah, but still,
It's not
it
great
must
news.
be annoying for him to recover. Because he lost lots of time there.
And we see this battle still brewing on between Hicks, Maradona, Kaufman, and now Nathaniel has joined it. A replay of Philip Verhaeren going over the curb. That's a floor damage for Verhaeren, definitely.
Question is, will he still have pace after that?
As we see now
look at
Nathaniel
how
trying to defend.
tiny the gaps are. And at the back of this pack, we're having Michael Zwart with very fresh tires.
Ooh, what a move by Lucas Wright to take Riley
Watson
Svensson
is
out of the
really
way.
struggling to keep those softs in a good nick.
And the back is not really... They're still close to each other. There is some gaps, of course, but still haven't seen any big gaps. Let's see. Where's Nathaniel now? He's being overtaken by Svart, who has more straight line speed. But Lucas Koopman is making a move at the same time as it's 3 wide. Into turn 1, Nathaniel
able
getting...
to pass Geisner at the same time. Geisner who also gets passed by Nathaniel. 2 positions lost in a blink of an eye.
But he's still
German.
trying to fight back.
And can't do so.
And we can see how much more pace Michael Zwart actually has right now. Maradona seems to be struggling at the moment.
They're
And
all
Richard Hickson
so
has grown
close
a
together.
lead
Anyone
of
could do
2.3
everything.
seconds.
We guys are again trying to look to make a move on Nathaniel, but nothing working out.
Hicks, who has gone soft. That's quite aggressive. Even a 3-stop's gonna be tough for him. And you certainly don't want to do 4 stops. Swart trying to pass Maradona, he's successfully done so. And the overcut strategy is now coming alive for the Dutchman, who is now P3 with much fresher tires than everyone else. thanks to his extended soft stint, survived 18 laps on it, and right now he's having the upper hand over everyone else on the track.
So let's see, the leaders are still together. Michael Swart has closed in to this back. Lucas Koopman making a move on Hicks once again. But don't count out Michael Swart as he is closing in. Is he going to make it 3 wide now? In turn 1 he's trying to make a move on Hicks already and he's past
Michael
Hicks.
Swartz flying right now. Mercedes has cooked a strategy that defies, or we thought actually defied logic, but they're pulling off maybe the strategy of the season so far. A completely shifted strategy, but Michael Swartz flying around the track much faster than anyone else behind and ahead of him. And he's now staring down at Lucas Koopman on Wern Soft. He's gonna make it look easy. Maybe on the next DR zone. Well, not this one, but start finish straight for sure.
Let's
He's already
see.
back within half a second.
And let's see.
Michael really wants to go past him.
And let's see now. Maradona is talking about mechanical faults again. Maradona is P6 right now. And let's see
He's
now.
complaining about the
Yes, it's
GP2
on for
engine, it
Swartz.
seems.
And on the
Koopman
outside.
moving before the braking zone, and he's defended quite well, but the Dutchman's determination is maybe stronger than.
And it
But
didn't
actually,
get past.
a battle of Dutchmen. I actually forgot about that. So Michael Swartz has actually not found a way past Koopman
It's
this
the
lap.
fight of both Dutchmen, and we're excited to see who will come out in front. But it seems like Swart has the better chances because he has the fresher tires for now. But he needs to get past Koopman to gain any advantage that he has on his tires.
But let's see.
It's not an emergency, but he would really like to make it done on the next lap.
Look at how far they are from the back. 5.4 seconds is the gap. And Hicks has really started falling down the order. As Egan is fighting for the 10th place now. Lucas Wright is fighting, but we see this battle going on now to the outside again, and now he has the overspeed to make the
He's got
move.
him.
And I think he's got them before turn
ahead
1.
even before the apex. Can Koopman resist? No. And Michael Swartz is
He is
our
leading
new
the race.
leader of the Spanish Grand Prix.
But we see this battle still going on. Mason and dive bombing Maradona into turn 1. As Maradona has issues with the car, and Lucas Wright tries to take the position. Is he going to dive bomb Maradona into turn 4? No, he's
This
still
is really
side by
exciting.
side. Still side by side into the next corner. Jason Roy is still trying to make the move. They're still side by side. How have they not made contact is the wonder we all ask. Jason Roy is dive bombed again. But Lucas Wright is not giving this one up. They're still going half a lap now, and Jason Roy backed off. But Lucas Wright is now trying to make a
Jason
move.
Roy and Red Bull really bottled the strategy so much. Starting on the hards was not the correct choice, it seems. Especially that the tires seem to be so much
And
less
Swart.
Michael
softs and
Swart
mediums.
is just pushing away.
115.6. What a lap time, and Mason is spitting. Hicks is spitting. So they are starting to pit again for the second time now.
Seems like Weisselman is trying an undercut on the cars in the front.
And Egan is really looking to try and make a move as well on Maradona. Are they going to both make the move on Maradona? Yes, they are. Maradona is so slow now. Is there an engine problem? That doesn't seem to be a gearbox problem. It seems to be an engine problem, as we see Springfield making a pit stop. And Riley Swanson with mediums. Haas is really looking slow here today. Dead last on the running order and a pit stop mistake as well.
No.
This is not going
This is
Haas's
just
way.
not a good race for Haas.
It's just a disaster class.
And
Oh
let's
my
see,
gosh.
as Nathaniel now is the back in the
Indeed,
back
it's a
of
disaster
Geisner.
class.
And let's see, Nathaniel has the DRS to make the move on Robin Geisner for into turn 1. He's going for it. Nathaniel is going
Nathaniel
for it, and
has-
Nathaniel has overtaken.
Hicks is on
He
another
had
set
more
of spots.
ERS than Geisner had. Made the difference here.
What is
What
Audi's
are
strategy
the
department
Audis
doing?
doing? Why is Hicks on another set of softs?
And perfectly planned for Alpine. That was perfect for both drivers, and Condra had some issues.
Yes, he did. I think it was on the rear jack.
And 6.8 seconds already in front. Michael Swart and Eetu Väisänen now talking about issues. Both Ferraris having issues. This is not a day for Ferrari manufacturer.
This, at the beginning of the season, you thought Ferrari had good chances, but just now in the European phase, they seems to struggle.
That's a Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari,
And
indeed.
for all these cars that are now on their third stint, lap 29. I
That's
believe
their third
even-
stint. It's
they're
a
even
4-stop.
gonna have to,
Yeah.
to do a 4-stop if they don't measure the tires well enough now. Especially
Yeah,
Hicks,
the-
who has gone. What is Hicks doing? He's gone soft,
Yeah,
soft,
Audi
soft.
is just sort of
And
pretty
Vandersteen.
aggressive strategy this
Vandersteen
race.
with the first hard tire. Or the
Second.
second one actually, because Jason Roy started with hards, but Vandersteen now out with the hard tire. So does Mercedes believe they can put Michael Swart with the hard tires, as we see the move on the turn 1?
Oh,
And
well,
he
he
gives
gets
position
just
over
ahead
Springfield.
of
This is actually
Springfield.
huge for him.
And Condra is
Condra's
starting with
mechanical
more
fault.
issues. And now both Alpines have issues.
And Michael Swart, just like that, has opened an 8.5 second gap over Koopman. Michael Swart, once a Mercedes driver, went to Williams over the second half of 2025. Back to Mercedes
Has had a awful
this
time.
season.
Has had a awful time at Mercedes. Mistakes. Nothing working out.
Last podium, Mexico 2025. And last win was in Austria 2025.
And here we are today, half
in
of the
3
race.
weeks. In 3 weeks, it's gonna be 12 months ago since Michael Swartz last won a Grand Prix.
And we are just about under half a race distance. Just about on a half race distance. Mike Swart is leading by 9.5 seconds now, so
It looks like he's pushing quite hard on these mediums, so he's not on pace for a two-stopper. but he will have a comfortable three-stopper with a lot of options. That's
Is Swart going for a
others
hard
who
tires?
already pitted won't have.
Is Swart going for a hard tires? I wonder, because Van der Steen is on hard, so maybe they will just try that on Van der Steen and then they will go with hards on
That might
Michael
be what
Swart.
they're doing.
And let's see, Roy is pitting. And a good pit stop by...
Red Bulls are double stacking.
yeah, Red Bull is double stacking, so Philip Verhaeren now comes in. Philip Verhaeren. And a good pit stop by the Red Bull crew. Again. I said to Weisman and Hicks is fighting. Both having engine issues. And Hicks gets the better of it for the time being. As now Nathaniel is pitting. Daniel in the pit lane and into soft tire. McLaren doing something different. They are going for a 4-stop. Or a 3-stop. As
they
we
got
see
it.
on the background. Väisänen made a move on Hicks again. But Väisänen now has Nathaniel right ahead of him, who he can use.
Focus on Eetu Väisänen that we had for a while. Current championship leader. He is, well, he was in trouble on the grid, and now he's in a pretty decent spot, to be honest. Up to P9.
Yeah, but
And
look at his
now
rivals.
people
And there's another yellow
who
flag.
have to pit.
Who is that yellow flag
that
for?
has
I think it's
quickly
Kevu
been-
again. It's Kevu
And
again.
Kevu locked up. Oh no.
And what is Cordo Kevin doing this race?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yet another mistake from him. Unusual stuff
Ooh.
for the reigning drivers world champion.
This
Lucas
is not
Koopman.
his weekend.
Making a pit stop, Robin Geisner now. Lucas Koopman going for a soft tire. Robin Geisner now going for the soft tire.
What are they doing? This will be a 4-stopper for everyone now.
Yeah, talking about Kevu, it's interesting, you know, seeing him making mistakes at this rate on one race, 2 mistakes at a race is something we haven't seen.
Maybe issues with the balance of the car. We don't know, but
And Springfield made a move on Maradona. And Mike Swart is pitting from the lead. He has an 18-second gap. So let's see what tires he pit on.
Oh.
They're all going for a 4-stopper.
Very interesting strategy from Swart side, from the Mercedes side. I think Swart wanted hard tires, but here we are. I don't know what the strategy team are doing at Mercedes, but and Sam Back now making a pit stop.
Or
into
fact,
soft
he's
tires.
doing a
Everyone
pit
is going into softs, to mediums. They're not using hards, so the hards doesn't seem to have base. It seems.
stop. Or
And
they
what's
won't
even-
last enough.
Or what's even weirder is that the track temperature's only gone up since the start of the race, so they've been degrading faster. Or been keep harder to maintain
but-
ever since the start.
Yeah, but have we seen Van der Steen making a moves or even closing up to anyone? Same with Roy. We didn't even see them making a move. So I think the hard tires won't work. Which is really interesting for this track because hard tires usually on this track is really good. And Michael Swart has already closed in on these two. And they are both pitting, so Michael
Just
Swart will
looks
take the
like-
lead.
It just looks like performance-wise, there's a gap between the hards and the mediums. And Jason Roy can definitely say a word about it.
Both cars going for a soft set of tires. Where will they come out? Because Egan needs the push now. And they will come out in clean air. Michael Swart leading by 10.3 seconds. Lap 35, you're over halfway.
So the question is, what will be the final tires that teams are going to use?
It's either mediums or softs. I don't think anyone is going for a hard set because they have seen the performance. Now 2 cars. The softs and the mediums are faster than hards.
We need to currently mention Springfield and Keisner because they were almost dead last in this race and are now in the points.
As you see Lucas Koopman making a move on Mason before the braking zone even. Mason is having mistakes, well, not mistakes, issues with this car.
So I guess this run on the softs will just be a push run until they get their final sets.
Yeah, let's see. Out we have Lucas Koopman with the fastest lap now.
But the
Koopman has
question is,
started
what
pushing.
teams have a fresh set of a certain tire and which one are going to used sets?
Yeah, so
What a
far
luxury for both Koopman and Zwart to actually have a set of softs to be able to just increase our gap to the rest of the field in this third stint. Väisänen manages to keep Nathaniel behind
so we have a long yellow flag now.
on the world mediums.
And sector 2.
I think so. Oh no, Eigen.
And it's
spun.
Eren Eigen, we can see now. Eren Eigen, what did he... Ooh, and that's not good. And did he trap the car?
Another
No,
spin,
he just
he's
got...
rejoined the track
Oh yeah, he
very
was a
quickly,
little
but
bit afraid of that spin.
Yeah, but the team is not happy. Of course they aren't, because they need all the points they can get. gain on Väisänen's leads. Let's see now, can Nathaniel make a move on Väisänen into turn 1 again? No, Väisänen defends successfully. As Lucas Wright is making a move on Springfield. And Wright is up to P8 now and he can push on. As Roy now has gotten past Nathaniel. On turn 3 it seems. And Lucas Wright made another move. To B7 now. Now he has a 5.1 second gap to the next car, but we are seeing on the background Nathaniel trying to defend against Robin Geisler, but Robin Geisler is coming through. Roy now has more mechanical faults, but Roy has made the move on Väisänen now. As Robin Geisler gets past Nathaniel.
Do you think that issue's been hurting him the whole race? Ever since? That's probably why teams are afraid of the hards.
Yeah, it might be, but now they might be in conservation mode because they underfill their cars also, so this might be the stint where they just hold the tires. And the cars are getting lighter as we speak. Every lap they lose about 2 to 3 kilograms of fuel.
If 2 fight, maybe the third one will profit.
But we will see, of course the issue is gonna 100 them at the end of the race because the cars get so light it's hard to drive. But
And just like that, Väisänen holding everyone behind him back is just benefiting the Dutch duo so much.
Yeah, and Jason Roy is just trying to block everybody.
has said on the radio he has gearbox issues. So that might explain why he has dropped off from Väisänen.
Yeah, he complained about gear shifts feeling like 1987.
Yeah, he is completely off the sync already, and we can already see it from this corner. He's already lost 6 tenths. And he's
Yeah,
losing
he has
more.
not
He has
that
some...
good of an acceleration out of the corners anymore due to the gearbox issues.
Yeah, and even now Nathaniel has been passed again by Lucas Wright, and he's
Yeah,
losing a lot
Wright
of
is now
times. 1
pushing on
second.
his newer set.
It's now 1 second. And it is the 4th gear. It is the 4th gear. We heard it rumble a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, let's just hope he's not completely
And
retired from
Nathaniel
the
now
race.
has gotten past. So Jason Roy is completely out.
Yeah, he's gotten past at a place you don't usually see an overtake.
But Roy still
Not
fights
there
back.
either.
Not for long.
Great
Roy
move
is
from
fighting
Jason
back.
Roy there.
And does it seem the issue has resolved itself? We will see in the lap's time.
Now the next question is, how early Hicks, Roy,
And seems like the
probably
issue
also
seems like
Väisänen
the
will hit.
seems like the issue has been resolved as he is already fighting. We can see now on turn 1 if the 4th gear is still an
Jason
issue.
Roy keeps pushing and overtakes Lucas Wright.
And no, it doesn't seem to be any more issues. So this car is fine now.
Lane base shifting was in
Yeah.
1987. Now his car's driving like it's in 2027. As he flies past Lucas Wright.
So he has now a future gearbox, Preston.
Probably.
But we'll see if, if the future gearbox will have any.
But 2027 is on Yeah, completely new engine and everything, gearbox and everything.
Maybe it's foreshadowing? Who knows?
Yep, it might be. It might be a Red Bull dominant year next season.
We don't know yet how things will go, how teams develop.
And Lucas Wright has Nathaniel right behind him. Is Nathaniel going to make a move? He was looking at it.
Maradona and Kevin in the pits.
And look at how close they are.
Okay.
That's really close for Kevu, and Kevu is going for hearts.
Kevin's taking the gamble.
Yep, Kevu is taking the gamble. Kevu is taking the gamble on hard tires.
Maradona's also doing it.
So people are starting to do it now. Is Maradona going to be ahead? No, he has to wait and let Kevu pass.
That's probably why no one took the hards before, is because they're saving it for the last stint.
They were keeping it for the last stint, yeah.
They might be, yeah, but
So,
we will see.
But maybe this was the smart idea.
And
After
Hicks
all.
again
Richard
talking
Hicks.
about mechanical issues.
his issues are just getting worse and worse.
But Hicks is still driving, and now he's going to lose a lot. And he's already losing. We can already see Van der Steen now making a move. Trying
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
Hicks also has tire issues.
And Hicks is losing positions left, right and center. Is this the retirement of
Probably.
Richard Hicks? Or is he going to continue on? Is he going to
See-
big box? No, he's still
going to
continue.
continue on. Tundra pits.
Hicks is a
And
fighter, I
Egan
don't think
is-
he'll be giving up that easy.
And Egan now.
Also, something to note, that meant Van der Steen doesn't have DRS on Springfield for the next straight.
Yep. And Condra makes a move now, and hard tires. So
Yep.
people are
Yeah,
going
that-
for hards at the end.
Yeah, that was the common consensus, as it seems.
Yep, lap 43 out of 66.
But what does Van der Steen and Roy do for the final stint?
What will Spart do?
Stay likely gonna have
Well-
mediums, I think. Kevin Maradona on hards are gonna be able to make it to the end. Contra as well, I guess. But
I
it's
think every
but
team will just
performance-wise, the
go
worst
now on
tire.
hards.
I mean, the ambient temperature has dropped 3 degrees in the last few minutes, or the track temp. It's continuously going down. Could that benefit the hard tires in the future?
it's still 44 degrees, and the warmer it is, the better it is for hards. But
Let's see, Jason Roy bits for Red Bull. Is it going to be hard tires for the Red Bull for Jason Roy?
I would assume so, yes.
Let's see. And it's
It
not,
is.
it's mediums.
It's mediums.
And Hicks bits. Also Verhaeren bits. So
Van der Steen has
Roy
gone past
doesn't
Springfield
have
after
hearts. Oh yeah, Roy doesn't have hearts. He used it hearts on the start of the race, remember?
But, yeah.
So Hicks is going for mediums, and Philip Verhaeren is going for hearts.
What's Jason Roy on?
Jason
He's
Roy
on
is on
mediums.
mediums because he doesn't have hard tires anymore. He used this one set in practice, and another set in the race. So he
First
doesn't
stint.
have anymore. Ooh, a little bit of move going on for Kevu.
And Kevu
Making a move
he overtakes
on
Santaras.
Santaras. Yes.
He would lone survivor.
Kevu
Wants
doesn't,
to finish this race at least.
Kevu doesn't seem to be very happy at the wheel. As we have already
He's doing
heard.
its best.
As we have already heard from the radio. He is not happy.
Bison in the pits.
He's in
he's
the
on the
pits
hards.
and hard tires. So yeah, Väisänen rejoins ahead of his teammate and behind Xiaolei. So 11th. But Väisänen now has the time to push. And look at the Lucas Cope, man.
Despite choosing
8.2
his
ahead.
car, he's definitely has maybe a top 5 or a top 4 at sight. It's very possible still.
But look at Lucas Cope, man. 7.6 ahead of Robin Geisner and 12.7 behind Michael Schwartz. Second place is locked
race
in.
at the moment, but he's definitely heading towards a wonderful P2 and a Dutch 1-2 in Spain. We know that Dutchmen love to go to holidays in Spain. Looks like this summer even more are going to travel there, and there are actually a lot in the grandstands today.
Springfield made the move on Egan. Egan is really struggling, and Väisänen has made the move on Xiaolei now. Same with Jason Roy now making a move on Riley Swanson. Race leader Michael Swart on our screens now. That's Egan bits now for Williams.
There's 20 to go. Do they go to hards or to mediums?
Yeah, now the main question is where to go. Mediums.
Mediums.
Yeah. Interesting.
But will this be the final set of tires for Egan?
It should be.
Most likely.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to pit anymore. 3 stoppers it is.
Probably not. Maybe there are gonna be some tense moments towards the end of the
Again,
race.
Kevu.
Oh,
Again, Kevu with the move, trying to make a move with Philip
Kevo
Ferrara to
is
somebody.
pretty aggressive right now. It's not his day, and he shows it on the track.
No, it isn't. It doesn't seem to be his day.
you know, he locked up, I think, on lap 4 from the lead, and it's just been basically backpedaling in the grid ever since. It's not
Seems
been
to
a good day
be
for-
doesn't seem to be happy with the
Yeah.
upgrades of the cars.
And Keisner is in the pits.
So we see him now with soft
And he's
tires.
going to what?
Soft tires
tire?
to the end.
No.
What
that
is
not
Audi
the right
doing?
play.
What is Audi doing? Are they trying
That
to
is
push?
just took the day off.
questionable strategy.
Now the question is for Audi. Are they trying to press Geisler into points? But he was in the points.
Yeah, I don't.
He was already
don't
in the
know.
points, so why
I
are
don't
they
know.
going for soft?
No idea.
That's really questionable. For me personally, that strategy isn't understandable.
No, it's not.
That strategy is interesting indeed.
I don't think that he can make it till the end.
No.
No, he definitely can't.
If we're questioning mediums, we're definitely going to be scratching our heads with Voss right now.
So he's the only one that goes for four-stopper.
But, at this stage, that's stupid. I don't know why they would do that.
No, I think they will just push Geisler to the end.
I'm also looking into the logs, and he's already questioning the strategy.
I mean, can you blame them?
No,
I mean,
we can't.
he's
But Roy is
completely
making
right, but
a move. One fact into turn one. Can he
they're
get past?
definitely
Yes, he can.
risking a points finish.
And Geisner has made the move on Xiaolei. So now the question is Geisner pushing for this stint?
Well, most likely yes.
He needs to push.
Yeah.
There's no other option that he has.
He's got to do 17 qualifying laps back to back to even make this, have the strategy make sense.
Yeah, but he can't push. But
Yeah, either he pushes and tries to go, either he conserves or just pushes and
Goodman
then
in the
goes
pits.
into the pits.
Goldman is in the pits. From the second place. We saw him earlier on the screens a few laps ago.
All he has to do, basically, well, praying that his crew
Soft
doesn't
tires.
mess up here and keep the car on the track. That's all he has to do. He has some soft tires, but he will be able to probably manage his tire temperature a lot easier than on the first stint, for example.
Springfield
So
in
it's
the
not a
pit.
bad choice at all.
What tires will
Well-
she go to?
Will people go on the softs or will they follow all?
Let's see
or
what
will they just play
Springfield
safe?
will do.
Well,
Soft tires.
Springfield's so soft.
I believe
Okay,
Kaisner
what
pitted a tiny
what are
bit.
those teams doing?
Okay, that's reasonable because 16 laps to the end. That's reasonable for
Kaisner
Springfield
pitted a little
already.
bit early for softs, in my opinion, but
but-
Jason Roy pitted so early and just pit mediums, so
And Michael
he's
Swart
gonna
is
be
pitting.
in the same sort of trouble, I believe.
And
Michael
it's also
Swart from the
known
lead.
Springfield been good at Springfield been good at tire management historically. So 16 laps on softs here doesn't seem that ridiculous.
And
No, I
into
think
soft
15 or
tires.
16 laps is definitely doable, but 19, like Kaisner is committing.
That's a little much.
That's... Michael Zwart went to the very end of his softs on the first stint with 18 laps. So, it's tricky.
Lucas Wright
Speaking of
pitting.
Michael Zwart, he just gets to the pit lane with fresh softs.
And Michael Swart had to let Nathaniel pass on the pit
That's
lane to not
Lucas
get the
Wright.
penalty.
It was
I'm
And
actually surprised
Nathaniel.
that Zwart kept another set of fresh softs.
I mean,
but
qualifying was in the wet.
Yeah, of course. Quali was on the wet, so that's the reason why. And actually, imagine if the quali was on the dry track yesterday.
Yeah, but then they would have
How
used the
much
mediums.
of a head scratcher it would have been today.
They
Yes.
would have used
Very.
mediums and hards only. They would not have used hards in free practice. They had. They would have used the
They-
soft
may-
tires. They would get more
maybe
soft
the-
tires for qualifying, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe the best way to handle this would have been to even skip a stint from free practice. To just skip an
Yeah.
extra set of hards.
Most teams did that on Friday. They held the tires for softs at least. They used mediums and hards, but they held soft tires as long as they could.
And the softs have been quite performant so far.
And
But will they last
15
till the end?
15 laps to go for
We're at
Michael
15
Schwartz.
laps to go, and the soft runners will have issues at the end.
Not all of them, but Geisner will definitely
Even-
have issues.
Even medium runners who just pitted early.
Yeah.
That's also bound to happen.
Yeah.
What about the first hard tire gambler, Julian Condra? Are they going to make the end?
Condra, knowing
Contra is pretty
knowing
much safe.
knowing Alpine
I
and
don't know.
their strategies, knowing Alpine
I
and
honestly
their
don't know.
yeah, knowing Alpine and their tire wear rates, then yeah, it's a question. But they seem to be safe so far.
And what a recovery drive by A2 Weisseren from
Yellow
P11
flag.
to get a moment.
We have a
with
yellow flag.
Dragon into some issues.
Oh, we got a crash.
And let's
Oh,
see
oh.
Joshua Nathaniel on our screens.
Oh, it's between
What happened there?
Daniel and
Daniel
Daniel.
inside of
And
Center
Nathaniel
and
fighting, and they were touching.
And Nathaniel
Contact with-
contact with Hicks.
With
it
Hicks, I
seems.
believe.
Yeah, it's Hicks. Or is
Robin,
it?
phrasing is
wait.
important.
Was it X? Yes, it was X.
It was Hicks indeed.
it was a medium runner, so it
So
wasn't
does he
Kaiser.
have front wing? Yes, he has front end plates. Right side front
Oh,
end plate is gone.
this is devastating for the Audi team.
That's gonna be a tough
And Kevu is back in the points.
moment.
Kevu is back in the points.
We're keeping it first,
Momentaneously,
but
of course,
Kev-
because Van der Steen is right behind him with fresh
And no
softs.
penalties.
They were right side by side at the exit
And
of the
Racing Bulls.
corner, so it's understandable.
And Racing Bulls are pushing now. Both of them. Even Kevu is back in the points. Lucas right now has posted the fastest lap. Has Racing
This is
Bulls
yet
waken
another
up now?
incident this season where Nathaniel has been directly or indirectly involved.
Yeah. Sam Fact now with the fastest lap. The action is right there. Don't leave right now. We have over
14
10 laps to go. Yeah, 14.
We have 40 laps to go. People are at softs pretty early.
It's gonna be a breathtaking finish, and one of the first times this season we've seen all cars with the same amount of stops across the field, but virtually nobody did the same. Use the tires in the same order, at least. We've seen a bunch of different stuff.
Lucas right again with the fastest lap.
13.9. This is really fast. And he's coming back
And again, another
so
yellow
fast
flag.
on both Kaiser and Contra.
Another yellow flag. As we see the replay now. Lucas right. Did they make a mistake in turn 1? What happened? Oh, a lockup.
same
Ooh.
thing Kevu did, start of the race.
Yeah, no, Kevu spun.
No.
And watch out for the tires. Maybe this is gonna cost him. At
And
the end
Lucas
of the
Wright was
race.
pushing. Again, another Racing Bulls. He was pushing like Kevu did. So the car doesn't like pushing, it seems.
Maybe the car just has some sort of too heavy front end maybe, and that could explain
It could also be a brake
the
issue.
lockups to begin with, and the rear end spins from Kevu.
Maybe it's a brake issue?
Yeah, it might be a brake issue, but it can't be for both cars. And another yellow
We
flag.
have a yellow.
What
And
is
yet
happening?
another yellow.
Don't tell me it's
It's
it is
Constantaras, just-
Constantaras. It's
Has
where
to
is
just
the
having
leader?
fun.
Was he collected
Could
by
have been
the leader is
15th
there?
spin of quarter Kevu this season,
Ooh.
but it's another error for Constantaras.
And Constant.
The
Doras.
first turn is a big issue for almost everybody.
Yeah, because
How
it's
does
of course you are braking from 300 and let's say 20
It's a-
kilometers per
It's
hour.
a really tough
to-
braking zone, and now that there's a little bit of a shadow on the track and the tires condition changing so fast, and the wind, everything put together makes this braking so difficult.
As you see now, Geisner trying to look to make a move on Roy with his soft
He
tires,
needs
of
to save up
course.
his tires.
And what did I say about Geisner trying to push the car? He's actually holding his tires. He's actually lifting and coasting also. He's liquoring, so he is holding his tires and
Yeah, he's
doing some fuel saving.
He's trying to conserve his tires as much as he can, because he knows if he pushes too hard, he might end up in a puncture.
But the best way to take care of tires is just having clean air, so he has a choice between holding back and trying to overtake Jason Roy.
Yeah, but we know that the Audi has now a big issue on the straights to keep up, even with DRS.
Yeah, but Audi's still consistently in the points. that's the main thing. They are still consistently on the points. So if they keep this up, it's really looking good for them. They haven't been this good while they were sober. Sober was dead last every race. Maybe some points here and there, but still.
Yeah, they have two good drivers. A rookie that is constant and already a very experienced driver.
Audi brought the Sauber team at the end of the season very late because Sauber didn't have enough to give Audi, but Audi bought the team and yeah. Another one making a mistake. That's Richard X this time. Ooh, hopping over the curb
he
again.
went really wide there, and that looks like an underfloor damage to me. Because he drove directly over the sausage curbs.
And the side foot damage that he's having, of course, doesn't help with turning in.
And Nathaniel
Very
making a
negative with the new
move.
purple lap.
Nathaniel making a move on Lucas Wright, and can Lucas Wright defend against Nathaniel? No, the answer is no. And Nathaniel again
And
back
Josh
in
Daniel
points.
up to P8.
And Robin Geiser has made the move on turn 4. On Jason
he's
Roy.
Spencer got past. He will now have to control, because towards the end of the race, maybe Jason Roy is gonna have the upper hand with the mediums
10
reaching the turn
laps.
of point.
10 laps to go on this race. It's looking like Michael Swart is winning this, but we can't say anything right now. We are seeing it happening, but let's see. Anything
Looking
can
like
happen.
a
It's
walk in
Formula
the
1.
park indeed.
But it's Formula 1. Anything can happen.
It's been a long time since he's been waiting for this. Hasn't won in nearly 12 months. In fact, in a couple of weeks when we're gonna be in Austria, it's gonna be
It's
12
next
months
week.
ago.
It's next week.
It is next week, so it's
Yep. It's a
a
double
week
header.
earlier in the calendar than it was last year. But anyway, it was in Austria 2025 he last won. Last podium was in Mexico. And this season he hasn't had a podium yet. Best result to P5 only only 3 times to the points.
But let's wait and see.
Looks like he's going to double up his points total for the season so far.
And Mercedes need this result. Mercedes needs all the results they can get because Mercedes has been looking the most disappointing team on the grid this year.
Well, I wouldn't agree, because honestly Van der Steen has been amazing this season with 4 podiums already. But the car just doesn't seem to well, so far hasn't suited Michael Zwart that much. Van der Steen has done amazing on every race he's finished so far, has been on the points, and today, well, looks like the streak will continue. Also worth noting that Mercedes won the previous Grand Prix in Monaco with Van der Steen.
Yeah, so it's a Mercedes.
Michael Zwart
another
already
win.
had a promising P6, maybe an oversight at the return at his best shape this weekend, where he's put everything together. He's had superior pace, and nobody's even going to contest the fact that he's been the fastest by far today, with on top the best strategy, which explains the huge gap. We've heard about a lot of curse stories before. Rumor says I've been responsible for a few of them. So we're gonna wait kindly until the checkered flag.
Kindly like Kaina once. But who would have thought that Kaisner was able to manage to hold his tires till this date?
Yeah, it is possible.
He did a wonderful job for sure.
It is possible, but yeah, it was too early.
Yeah, and he
So
was
he-
complaining, and now it somehow works. But
He's
let's see
conserving
if
his tires
Constantinara
because
can overtake Eigen.
yeah, but Geisner is holding his tires now. He isn't
Worth
pushing
noting
really.
that towards the end of the race, with a more natural grip on the track and more rubber, that the tires maybe get worn out a little bit slower, and especially that the car gets lighter as well.
Swanson talking about
with the fuel
mechanical
load.
faults.
So that could help as well.
Swanson talking about mechanical faults again. Mechanical issues.
And now
Koopman looking. Koopman again
Oh,
with the
no.
mechanical faults.
Lucas Koopman complaining about technical issues. Well, he has a sizable lead over A2 Väisänen, who himself has reported issues earlier on. So I wouldn't be too worried about that for him. Unless it's an issue that may force him to retire the car at some point, of course. We don't wish that.
This race has really showed us. Durability of the tires and
Condra
everything.
keeping the pressure on Erenagan at the moment.
Yeah. Condra,
Won't go away.
I think Condra is just using the DRS to push away, to get away from Nathaniel. I don't think he's even trying to overtake him. He's closing in
We
again,
never
but
know.
he's losing. But he has mechanical faults.
A racing driver never gives up on opportunities, and he's so close behind.
And now
that
he's
we
really
never
close,
know.
yeah. Last lap he wasn't this close. He was close, but he then lost out again.
And what if he tries down turn 10? We haven't seen a lot of overtakes down there.
And now again he's losing out. So
We can
yeah.
hear some lift and coast. Maybe he's also having some fuel restrictions. And here you can distinctly hear the lift and coast.
Yeah, we can see he's just using the DRS, I think. I don't think he's going to make a move.
No, indeed. I believe he's just managing his fuel the best possible way.
And it seems to be working for him. And Condra again is really close. He was even trying to make a move now. So he has, I think he has now stayed at the bush. He has now
Looks
been
like
saved.
Condra hasn't given up yet.
Seems like it, but it's lap 63. Three laps to go for the leader. For Michael Swart. Then 13.1 second gap to Lucas Koopman, who is crossing the line now. He has 3 laps to go now. Väisänen is next to cross the line. Väisänen 8.6 behind and now cross the line. That's what the gaps are looking like. And Eigen is talking about mechanical faults now.
Oh, watch
He
out! This
needs
race
to
is not
hold on for
over.
another
And-
3
and
laps.
this-
Will he do it?
And
This
Egan is actually
intervenes right
closed
at the
up to
moment.
Roy.
He's trying to attack Jason
He's
Roy.
complaining about mechanical issues, but still attacking.
And he's attacking
And he
Roy.
does pass Jason Roy. This is what a racing driver does. And Aaron Eigen up to P5. And he will limited damage compared to Weissenen. He's only going to be losing 6 points, if I'm not wrong. So that's 5 points, even with a purple lap.
Yep, that's 5 points for the
So
purple
he's
lap.
going to retain the second position in the Drivers' Championship, as Keisner won't be able to pass him either. The gap at the Drivers' standings will increase from 8 to 13 points in favor of Finn. And one who's looking to make a giant vault back into contention, or at least
Yeah, Audi really suffered from those DNFs, but still they're showing that they're still there after everything that happened.
of course, bearing the racing incident involving Richard Hicks, but Geisner has shown that Audi still has it. Of course, they're having a lot more trouble during the race to make passes, with some of their engine performance taken away from them.
We're talking about this man right here on the screens, Michael Schwartz. He has done everything right today.
Has done everything right, and he is only
On the 1 lap.
about 4.5 kilometers away from a moment he's been waiting for 12 months in the making. 12 months of near misses, of poles that couldn't convert. Well, I'm saying poles he couldn't convert. He hasn't had a pole in a very long time. More than he has had a win, in fact.
But here he is, Michael Schwartz. Mercedes have doped him already. Talked with him so much. We have seen it so much on the background. They have talked with him. They thought Michael Schwartz is not good enough for the team, that they might change him around. But here he is. Michael Schwartz is coming through the final corners.
2 turns away, and now down the home straight, and Michael
Wins.
Schwartz is Spanish Grand Prix winner in 2026. Proficiat, Michael. Wonderful race from start to finish, and he was the only one to push the tires so far the first stint, and got
Followed by
basically an
Koopman on second
overcut over
place.
everyone. And Lucas Koopman with a wonderful
And
podium,
Koopman just
and
lost the car. Yep,
Oh,
he
Ran out of
ran
fuel.
out of fuel,
He
yeah.
ran out of fuel on the straights.
run out of fuel at the finish. That's amazing.
That's really amazing.
Maybe they're going to receive a fine, but anyway, the podium is Hayes. Weissenen finishes 3rd, Keisner 4th, Eigen 5th, and seals a wonderful weekend for Williams. One of the best they've had. And Koopman with his first ever podium, but first ever race finish in the points, in fact. Because the 3 points he's had before were from a sprint race. So what a way to score your first points. This was an amazing moment for him.
and we're getting reports right now the safety cars have apparently been deployed because of Koopman's stuff
Yeah,
on the
they
front
want to
stretch.
get away Koopman from the straights.
The safety cars actually
The
just
safety car.
parked He just parks
Safety car
alongside him.
just put a towel hook on Koopman's car to bring him back into the pits.
Yeah, but let's forget that safety car. We
True.
have better things to talk about.
Michael Sword, after that long time, finally back on the podium and finally back at a win.
Indeed. It started very well yesterday with a clean lap in quali, P3 on the grid. And it was, in fact, the guy right alongside him on second row who's going to be right alongside him on the finish line, or on the podium ceremony. Lucas Koopman, P2 from a P4 start. And, well, comeback stories of the day. A2 Weisselen from P11 fights back to a podium finish, and Robin Keisner from P16 and a nightmare Saturday has just given everything he had in the main race and up to P4 without any safety car or anything like that to help his comeback. He's made everything back on the track.
It was a questionable strategy that somehow worked, and I think he'll be happy.
We didn't have any retirements this race. Everyone
Quite
finished.
a lot of issues, a few contacts, but no retirements indeed. And well, there have been a few disasters from the front row.
Is this the first race of this season?
No,
with
that's the second
retirements?
one. That's the second one.
The second? Okay.
Yep, that's the second one.
What was the first one?
Going for to the driver standings, then we
I
have
think Melbourne.
Eetu Väisänen leading by 12 points now.
12 points actually.
To
because there's
Eren
first
Eigen.
lap.
Robin Geisner now. Third,
Keisner now
Wesley
20
Vandestein.
points back. Gap increasing with Vandestein and Roy behind him. And with Lei Zhao, who hasn't scored points today, and he is one of the losers of the day. With Kevu, obviously, with a disappointing result from a P2 on the grid. Two driving mistakes that we've definitely not been used to with Kevu, and even less on dry conditions. So he's gonna be disappointed with this one. He definitely had a much better result if he hadn't lost about 15 or 20 seconds with a spin early on. Michael Zwart jumps from P13 to 8th in the championship standings, only 62 points behind the leading driver Väisänen. And further down the standings, well, Lucas Koopman goes from 3 to 21 with his P2. Julian Kondra, despite scoring 6 points, gets overtaken. Nothing more to add, I believe. Most of the point scorers actually were already in the top 10 of the championship.
Going to constructors,
Oh,
then Williams.
Constructor side, Williams and Mercedes, the winning teams of the weekend. And Mercedes with the 29-point total actually gets past McLaren, and also no, they were already ahead of Ferrari by a couple points, but Kick Sauber, Audi Revolut, not Kick Sauber.
Audi
The
still
standings
gained
are wrong.
points.
We will have to ask the CCF1M to fix this at some point. Audi up 2 spots with 12 points, taking advantage of a difficult weekend for McLaren. And Red Bull, well, the gap is only 1 and 2 points. In fact, the gap between Ferrari and Red Bull is only 5 points, so the fight for the third spot at the moment is very, very tight. Racing Bulls not far behind. Imagine being 7th of the Constructors' Championship with only 18 points of a deficit to the 3rd best team. There's more of a gap behind with Alpine. They scored 6 points today. Aston Martin and Haas have not, and Haas definitely the most struggling team this season so far. Alright, I believe we've wrapped up with everything there was to conclude after this Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Michael
next
Zwart
time.
will spend a beautiful night now.
Yeah, next time we will go to Austria in a week's time. Then
Austria,
after
that was-
Yoho, grüezi!
right
Austria,
after that,
was the place Michael Zwart last won before today.
what races have we lined up? The next 2 races we have Austria and I think Belgium. No,
It is Silverstone then.
Silverstone. Yeah, Silverstone is a sprint weekend, of course.
You mean Silverstein?
So it's going to be interesting the next 2 races, as we always have said in the end of the live stream. We have Austria next week, and then after that, in 2 weeks' time, we will have the Silverstone Grand Prix. So thank you, Robin Gaynor and Kenny Charter, for joining me on the commentary box.
Yes, Kevin, it was a pleasure to be here, as always. And now to the last words of my dear friend Kenny Charter.
Indeed, thanks again for having me as usual, and thanks to everyone who's been following us on F1 CCTV for a while now, and I hope that you've enjoyed this beautiful race in wonderful conditions, and I also hope that you're gonna be tuning in next week in Spielberg in Austria for one of the most evenful Grand Prix historically.
Yeah, but until then, see you
Until
again
dawn.
soon. Goodbye.